Radical.
I guess now's as good a time as any. You know, I prefer to record when I'm not driving. There's a lot of road noise, difficult to sometimes change lanes when you're holding the recorder. I prefer to record when I'm not driving, but these days, recording outside of being on the road is a luxury. I'm very busy these days. But there's one thing I just have to talk about. I cannot let this one go. Zion Williamson is a simp. S-I-M-P. He is a simp. He might just be the simp of the year. If there was such a thing of the Simp of the Year awards, I would, even though it's early in the year, I would award that easily to Zion Williams. Now, a lot of you know what a simp is. It's actually, and some of you might have different definitions. Generally, it's seen as a man, if you're simping for a woman, or multiple women in this case, it means you are a weak male in regards to a female. Now, a lot of times, we see this on YouTube when men send lots of money to YouTubers like Sniper Wolf. I'm pretty sure she has a donate, Sniper Wolf, like Lady Decade. What's the other one? There was a lot of examples here on YouTube we see that we've actually talked about. And in the past, well, I'm not going to get into like that discussion. I just want to stay focused on this. But basically, being a simp is a man that surrenders yourself to a woman when you don't have to. And why I'm choosing Zion Williamson to be Simp of the Year is because he is a man. He is a big, tall, strong man in physicality. He is financially secure. The man is a millionaire. And there's no reason on earth for him to simp or be weak in regards to a woman. It should be the opposite. Usually we see simps that are weak, frail, pathetic examples of a male being a simp for a woman. Zion Williamson, he can have his pick of the litter. You are a star player of a fucking NBA team, Zion, and you are out here sleeping with an adult film star. What's her name? Mariah Mills? Okay, Mariah Mills is her name. For research, I looked her up and checked some uploads out. Just for research. I didn't see Zion in any of them, but I don't know. Maybe she'll hold that over him and she'll leak some footage. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe there's blackmail going in here. I don't know. But basically, I'm not going to get into all this, but there's a lot of messages that have been revealed between the both of them, and it's shown that he has been sending wire transfers to her, $10,000, $20,000 wire transfers at a time to this adult star of adult films. I'm talking about P. Oh, I'm not even going to say it out there. YouTube doesn't like certain words, but so there's many different levels to this. I can't cover every single level to this. I can't. Many times Mariah Mills has been covered in things for men, but that's actually one of the texts. She talked about how he finished on her and he's treating her wrong. There's another angle to this. It's not just the fact that he's sending wire transfers of tens of thousands of dollars to an adult film star. Not just the fact that he's messing around with an adult film star, which there's nothing wrong with doing that. Jimmy Garoppolo, I think, messed around with an adult film star. I think that situation might have been different. But this guy, if you read the messages, he actually has fallen for this person. I think one message was even the fact that he was crying, or she said he was crying. A lot of this is from her angle, so maybe she's not that trustworthy. She actually even said that Zion ate a certain region of her behind. Straight up ate her behind. Maybe put some Duke's mayonnaise on that thing. I'm not sure. But oh my goodness. What, is he just sitting around bored watching videos on the hub? And then he's like, you know what? I'm Zion Williamson. I think if I pay her enough money, she might consider me. Now, not saying this woman is not desirable. She has a body that was built, not, I mean, it was put together. I think she had one of those Brazilian keister lifts. I don't know. It's like, I don't know. Like, the thing is this. It doesn't matter who it is. I think if you have a brother and you have a female that has a gigantic derriere that's all up in the area, I think that's like kryptonite. That's his weakness. But to the simping part of this, yeah, I think he's simp of the year because he's sending her all these wire transfers of money. What are you doing, Zion? What the hell's going on here? I wish I could send you all the messages and everything. But the other angle of this is he actually revealed that one of his side chicks is pregnant. And you know who's not happy about this? Mariah Mills. Because she's worried her money train is about to get derailed because he's going to be giving all this money to this other chick for the baby. And they had a video. Zion announced that he's going to be a father. This other chick, Mariah Mills, said, you know what? You know, you got me without a Jimmy hat, so you better hope that I'm not preggers because I've been late. So Zion could potentially have another baby mama in the mix. Now, switching over from him being a simp. Do I make a compelling case that he is actually the simp of the year? Switching over, there's an angle to this about, well, he might be traded. There might be some interest in the New Orleans Pelicans to trade him for a high draft pick. Maybe for the number 2 pick, because we all know Victor Wembanyama, however you say his name, he's going to go number 1. But the Hornets might actually choose Scoot. Okay, they might choose Scoot in that number 2 pick. The Pelicans might want to trade to the Hornets for, Scoot, or whoever they would choose, either Brandon Miller or Scoot, just to kind of like reset and start over. Now, I'm wondering if that would be a good trade for either team or a great trade for both teams. Because I think at this point, the Pelicans, they are just, it's not to say they're not done with Zion because he's an amazing talent, but they're looking at it like, okay, he's been on his team for 3 years? He's not even played half the games. He can't seem to get himself healthy. It might be a situation like Ben Simmons, where, I mean, different scenarios, but Ben Simmons was going to be like the next Magic Johnson. So, you might have a draft bust on your hands. So they might be and figure out, okay, let's get rid of him early before we realize he's 100% bust. Not saying, again, he's not talented. He's an incredibly talented possible generational talent. Maybe like the next LeBron James they held him as. But if you could, see into the future, and maybe they can, and see that he's never going to get his health under control, and he's going to have these side issues that is taking all of his distraction away from the game. I mean, how many other side chicks is he getting pregnant? That's got to... That just can't, unless he gets some counseling, or he goes to a team that has better culture, or they get him under control. His eating needs to get under control. He is just out of freaking control. He's an out of control simp, and that's my nominee. Do you have any nominees? Even though we're halfway through the year, it's not even done with the year yet. Do any of you have any nominees for simp of the year? I think it's Zion Williamson.